All right, we're going to try that again. Hello, everyone. Hello, hello, hello. I hope all is well. Hello, everyone. I hope all is well. I'm Sheldon Barlett Rumor, and this is it. Welcome back to This Is It TV. It was a minute, took a minute. This technical difficulties or just technology in general, sometimes it's on your side and sometimes it's not. Welcome back to This Is It TV. This Is It Network is your global digital TV network connecting remarkable women to inspiring stories. We do that each and every day through our growing community, our engaging content, and the real connections in which we provide. It has been a journey to get ourselves to this point, and what we often do is we trial and error of the majority of the things in our lives. The majority of what it is that This Is It Network has become has really come to us through the art of doing, the art of just creating from nothing, the art of finding a way when there is no way, the art of saying, okay, I think that I can create an old digital streaming platform for women. I have no resources, I have no knowledge, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to figure it out. I'm going to surround myself with people who know more than me, and I'm going to do my best to be able to figure that out. And so that's that's what we've done. And so now we have the ability to come to you live. We're doing our best to do that. Come to you live from TikTok, come to you live from LinkedIn and Facebook and Instagram and YouTube, come to you live in your home. So This Is It Network, for those of you that are not familiar, This Is It Network is a global digital streaming platform that connects remarkable women to inspiring stories. We do that each and every day through our growing community, our engaging content, and the real connections in which we provide. So if you are looking for a community, in addition to content, you have fallen upon the right place. This Is It Network allows for women to connect directly with each other based on like-minded and aspirational goals. We are a group of ambitious, grossly unnecessarily ambitious women who choose not only to work a 9-to-5 job, but to also have a side hustle, to leave their 40-hour-a-week work week to work 80 hours on something that they're passionate about. We double down on connecting with other people. We enjoy celebrating the differences of others. We enjoy being nosy and curious and figuring out ways that we can get in touch and build our community, get in touch with others and build our community. So we've built this online. We're now available as a digital streaming platform wherever you can download content. So if you want to download us on iOS or Android, you can find us in the palm of your hand. All of our previous content is in that space. Or you can find us on your smart TVs. So on your smart TVs, you can find us on Apple TV, Roku, Amazon, as well as Fire TV. So you can find us on all the platforms as you download us to be able to get closer to knowing more remarkable women across the globe. We're based on the East Coast. Thanks to our friends at Innovative Catering Concepts, we are broadcasting live from the Forum Event Center here in Blackwood, New Jersey. We'll also be hosting our This Is It Network live women's conference here thanks to our friends at Innovative Catering Concepts. We're so excited to be able to do this. So from a concept of how can we tell more stories? How can we connect remarkable women to inspiring stories? How can we elevate the voices of female leaders, executives, and entrepreneurs? How can we celebrate things that are not people that are not household names? How do we elevate the people who are working in the labs, in their bakeries, in their businesses? How can we tell their story even more so? How can we scream their dreams as they build their empires? And that's what This Is It Network is. Our ability to be able to find the remarkable women that are out there, the remarkable women that are doing what they do in the way in which they love what they do. And how do I provide an opportunity to share those stories? How do we create a community around those who are willing to do? And so that's really what this has become. That's really what this is, an opportunity for us all to be able to work together, for us to be able to share what really makes us tick as entrepreneurial women, as ambitious women, as leaders, executives, and entrepreneurs from all over the globe. So This Is It Network really started as an opportunity to brag about the clients that we were working with and the people that we knew. And then now it's really a great opportunity for us to connect with all of you. So thank you so much for joining us. Thank you so much for allowing for us to be part of this amazing opportunity to connect with all of you in such a remarkable way. We're so excited about the next step in this next process. And so that's us being available on every single platform. So you can download us right now on iOS and Android. You can check us out on your Apple TV, your Roku, your Fire TV, and therefore Amazon. You can log on to thisisItTV.com thisisitit.com for more information, or follow us on all of our social platforms at This Is It TV. So the exciting thing is that we are truly available everywhere. Right now, we're broadcasting live on TikTok. How are you guys? And we're also broadcasting live on LinkedIn, Instagram, Facebook, and YouTube. Crazy. So that's why I'm on fire. That's why we're lit up. Thanks to Quan Allen, who's hanging in there with us, which is really creating us opportunities for us to tell these stories, opportunities for us to be able to utilize all of these devices, all of these resources to be able to get closer to all of you. So as you log in, as you pop in, tell us where you're coming in from. I know that we are talking to people all over the globe and really elevating the voices of these remarkable women. So let us know where you're calling in from. We have folks from Kansas, folks from New York, folks from London, folks from the UK, all of you that are calling in, logging in, because you understand the importance of elevating voices of remarkable women. So thank you so much for joining us today. Again, we'll be broadcasting live Monday through Friday, starting at 9 a.m. Monday through Friday, in order to provide you with a little inspiration and motivation as you navigate your day. We're talking about how are we navigating who it is we are and what it is that we're doing in these times. How do we get people really, really excited about what it is that we've got going on? And that's connecting with all of you. So I want to be able to figure out, what is it that you're talking about? What are the types of things that you're interested in seeing? What is the type of content that keeps you up at night and doom scrolling? What do you want more of? Let me know. What do you want less of? This Is It Network is your network. So it's your digital network. So we are creating content. We're creating stories. We're really allowing for people to dive in to their interests, really allowing people to get excited about what's going on and what it is that they're seeing. So I want all of you to be able to think about that as well. I want you to be able to think about, what are the types of things that you'd like a network to see? If you had an opportunity to create your own digital network, what would it look like? What would the content be? What kind of shows would be on it? That's the opportunity that we have here at This Is It Network. Creating digital content for you and by you. Are there particular creators that you'd love to see? They would be amazing if they had their own show. I know we say that as we watch them. We say that as we dive into their content each and every day. If you've always longed, oh my gosh, I want to be the next Ricki Lake. Remember, Ricki, if you know, you know. I want to be the next Donahue, if you know, you know. I want to be the next Oprah, the next Ellen even, good, bad, or indifferent. All of those things. And then you are able to say, okay, how would I be able to have the resources to do that? Who should I talk to in order to be able to make that happen? Now you have somebody to talk to. Now you have somebody to help you bring that to life. I'm a little tangled up. Now you have somebody to help you bring that to life. So our goal for all of you is to figure out how you can get involved in This Is It Network, how you can work with a digital streaming platform that is created to truly enhance the voices of remarkable women, to connect you with brands and personalities and organizations, to promote your products or services, or connect you both online and off. Speaking of online and off, we're hosting our This Is It Network Live Women's Conference. It'll be on September 19th here at the Forum Event Center in Blackwood, New Jersey. There's opportunities for you to learn more within the link within the post and the link within bio. All that information can be found about This Is It Network just by clicking one link away. Don't forget to follow, fan, and like us everywhere you find at This Is It TV. You can log on to thisisittv.com for more information. You can check out all of the things in which we're doing, our blog that we update daily, as well as all of the upcoming events that we've got going on. There's plenty of ways that you can get involved. There's plenty of ways that you can help women elevate their voices and be able to what we call scream their dream. So please log on to thisisittv.com. Follow, fan, and like us everywhere you find at This Is It TV, and let us know where you're calling in from, where you're logging in from. Let us know in the comments below. We are based here in Southern New Jersey on the East Coast of the United States. Where are you residing? Where are you watching? Where are you binging? Where are you doom scrolling? Would love to hear from you. Would love to hear also equally about the things in which you'd like to see. Are there content creators that you'd like for us to connect with? Are there people you'd like for us to be able to follow up with? Hello, Georgia. How you doing, loves? Are there individuals you'd like for us to be able to become more acquainted with so you know more about what we've got going on? Better yet, are there events that you are attending or organizations that you are members of that we need to be aware of? We love to celebrate anything women in, fill in the blank, right? So if you're part of a Women of Atlanta, if you're part of Women of Boston, if you're part of Women of Seattle, if you're hanging out and you are part of NABO, or if you're part of, which is National Association of Women Business Owners, if you're part of a small group of women farmers, if you're part of Women in Construction, those are the boutique groups in which we want to be able to collect together. If you are part of any type of membership group that we need to be more aware of, if you're attending at conferences that we should be aware of and attend as well, let us know. We have some fun things coming up in New York, just right around the corner, as well as some of the larger events that we have throughout the year. We tend to attend a number of different really cool events. I want to be part. Oh, I need to be part of something. Yes, you do. Please let me know in the comments below. Reach out to us directly. We have a number of exciting things that are coming up that we would love for you to be a part of. Again, whether it's the women's conference that we're hosting here in September, or it's the events in which we are attending across the country. We tend to travel, planes, trains, and automobiles. We loved a Women in Fill in the Blank event. So we celebrate women in film at the Sundance Film Festival. We'll be heading to Denver, Colorado for that in January. We love Women in Leadership. We tend to attend South by Southwest to celebrate women leaders. We also attend the Super Bowl every year to celebrate women in sports. We'll be heading out to San Francisco to do just that. So please let me know in the comments below if there are events, organizations, or creators that we should get in contact with as we build out This Is It Network. Because This Is It Network is your global digital TV network connecting remarkable women to inspiring stories. Each and every day we'll be broadcasting live each and every morning. You can see us on TikTok. Hello, everyone. You can see us on Instagram, YouTube, and LinkedIn. We're doing our best to connect with all of you. So please let me know in the comments below if there's anything that you would like for us to see. In the meantime, I'm going to be giving you some insights and some thoughts on what's kind of really going on with us here, some advice as it relates to navigating the week. This is the last day of June, which is crazy. And then we're moving into July. So July really starts the next quarter. So it is the third quarter of I can't even believe it, the third quarter of the year here at 2025. We're trying our best to be able to get ourselves and prepared for every month, for every day, for every quarter, and then for every year as we prepare to reach our goals, both personally and professionally. One of the pieces of advice I wanted to give you and have you think about or marinate about is I want you all to start from where you are. A lot of individuals are having tough times, right? You have tough times, you're in a tough space. You want to say to yourself, you know what, I'm just going to start over. I was talking to a friend, and that was really the case. I'm just going to start over. I'm going to scrap everything that I've done. I'm going to rethink everything that I've done, and I'm going to start over. And though I think that that's a romantic notion, though I think that that's something that's really interesting for you to be like, okay, if I had the opportunity, I would just begin and start over. I would throw everything away. I wouldn't I'd erase everything that I've done wrong. But I think that there's something dangerous in that. I think because within the wrongs of our life live the lessons, right? Within the wrongs of our life lives the lessons. And if you were to erase all of that, you don't really take the lessons with you. So I challenge you to say, instead of starting over, I want you to begin the journey again from where you are. I don't want you to start over. I just want you to keep going. And like one of the things and how I really love to be able to explain it is that how many of you have ever been lost? First of all, the majority of us use GPS, yeah? We use GPS, and GPS tells us whether or not we need to go left and right. How many of you are crazy people like me and you like to race your GPS? Right? You need to beat your GPS. If my GPS told me I needed to be here at 8:15 in the morning, I'd be like, I'm going to be there at 8:12 or nothing, right? Because we're that competitive in what it is that we do. And so as we're making our way and as we're pushing forward through our journey, GPS is telling us whether to go left or right. And as we're moving through that journey, we're looking ahead and we're trying to get there. We get lost in that moment. When we get lost in that moment, we don't go home and say, okay, I'm lost. I'm trying to get myself to this wedding. I'm trying to get myself to this event. I'm trying to get myself to this opportunity. I'm trying to get myself to work, and I am lost. You don't say, oh my goodness, I'm going to go all the way home and start the journey again. Oh my goodness, forget this vehicle. I'm going to leave it, and I'm going to go all the way home and get a new car. You say, where am I going here from here? You call a friend, you recalibrate the GPS from where you are standing. You don't do it from home. You don't go all the way home and try to get better directions. You get directions from where you are standing. For us who live in southern New Jersey, you say, I see a Wawa and a Wawa. Do I go left or right? I see the Wawa next to the Dunkin' Donuts, next to the Starbucks. Do I make a left or a right? You call from directions from where you stand. And too many of us are trying to go all the way home to start the journey all over again. The lessons live in where you stand. Oftentimes when you kind of erase everything, you tend to make the same mistakes over and over and over again, as opposed to taking the directions from where you stand. So I need you to start from where you are. I need you to forgive yourself for what you do not know, for the time you have wasted, though I don't believe that there is any such thing as wasted time. I want you to begin to look at what you currently have, even if it's from a space of lack. I don't have enough this, I don't have enough this, I don't have enough that. Okay, fair. But knowing that you don't have enough of those things knows what you have, therefore you know what you have to fill your day with. But you can only do that if you sit and you look at your journey. If you sit and you look at where you are, you can better prepare yourself to move forward. The majority of us are a lot closer to what we want than we think. And we often think that we don't have enough, and we've convinced ourselves that we're not where we need to be. And so we have to start over. We have to throw everything out. Where I'm saying, please don't throw everything out. I'm saying, please, please, please really focus on what you have and see where you can start from here. The way you talk about yourself is important. The way you talk about your life is really important. And oftentimes it's like, oh, I made so many mistakes. I wasted so much time. I wasted my life. As opposed to, okay, where am I in this moment? How can I be able to move forward? I know that a lot of you have big goals, at least I do, and gross ambitions. My goodness, I'm starting a digital network of my own. Understanding communication, understanding production, understanding how to build a brand, but not necessarily understanding the nuts and bolts of building the female version of Netflix. I wasn't clear on how to do that. I had to figure it out. I had to figure it out from where I stood. I knew I had a brand of my own. I knew I had followers of my own. I knew I had the ability and resources to gain equipment and trusted folks within my corner. And so I built a brand starting from where it is that I was. I looked at how far I had come. I looked at where I was in that moment, how far it could take me. And I decided to double down in that space. I decided to look at what I was able to do, the pedigree, the education that I already had, and I was very, very prepared to be able to continue to move forward with that enthusiasm. But if I looked at how far I was and always put myself down in that environment and said I wasn't enough, I didn't have enough, I would have never be where I am today. And so what I challenge all of you to do is, instead of wanting to go backwards and start over, I want you to see how you can look at the perspective of where you are in order to move forward and start with what and who you have. Don't dwell on what you're lacking, but what do you have? What resources can you work with in this moment, even if small? Lean on individuals like me and This Is It Network if we have opportunities to be able to move forward in order to get you closer to what it is that you want. This Is It Network has the opportunity to do that, and we're excited to be broadcasting live from Innovative Catering Concepts thanks to our friends here at the Forum Event Center. The Forum Event Center is the home of This Is It Network and affords us the ability to host not only our digital series, but our upcoming conference. Our conference will be held on September 19th from 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. More information about the conference can be found with the link within the bio, as well as the link within the post. We are currently coming to you live on TikTok, on Instagram, on Facebook, and on YouTube. The goal for all of you is to be able to connect with a digital platform where you are focused not only on content, but on community. Community allows for us to be able to connect with people from all over the world that have like-minded, ambitious thoughts. The remarkable woman that watches This Is It Network, for whatever reason, is working a 9-to-5 but still has a side hustle. She has quit her 40-hour work week job to follow her passion and now work 80 hours a week plus. And so where we find this woman, where we celebrate this woman, is about giving ourselves space and time to be able to say, okay, what is it that I'm up to? Are there other women, other people who are up to the same thing? Can I find them? Can I feel less alone in my ambition? The answer is yes. you can feel less alone in your ambition, and you can join us here at This Is It Network. So we're going to be going live every single day, every single morning as a traditional morning show. We'll have guests join us on the morning show starting at the mid-July, giving us an opportunity for people to come into the studio here at the Forum Event Center in Blackwood, New Jersey, and sit with me, and for me to learn a little bit more about them, and from them to learn a little bit more about This Is It Network. So any suggestions that you have as it relates to guests or people that should join us on the platform, please let us know in the comments below. We'd love to be able to have them join us here. We're also planes, trains, and automobiles out and about. We'd love to be able to come visit you as well. So if there's an opportunity for us to see you in your city at an event, in an upcoming conference or trade show, please let us know that as well in the comments below. Or you can reach out to us on all of our platforms by logging on to thisisItTV.com or following, fanning, liking us everywhere you find at This Is It TV. It has been a journey for us to be able to get ourselves to where it is that we are. And we want more of that for more of you and the ability to connect with you on so many different levels. So This Is It Network, again, provides the digital streaming platform, not only the digital talk shows, but our online blog. So thisisItTV.com/our blog. You can log on to that to read all of that what we're talking about. We were talking about last week that Anna Wintour has stepped down in some capacity from Vogue. We were talking about what that means as it relates to legacy within your work, when your work becomes your brand. There's a great post as it relates to that. We're going to be talking about opulence and resources and brand association, a lot of really great stuff. You can log on to be able to figure it out. So This Is It Network is preparing day after day, week after week, to be able to create a monumental digital streaming platform that connects remarkable women to inspiring stories. Good morning, Beth. How are you, my darling friend? There's some great content creators that are also going to be part of our network. Some amazing, what we call screamers in air of our Scream Your Dream mission that will be contributing content, that will be hosting shows, that you'll be finding on our social platforms. All of that is going to be happening based on our enthusiasm for This Is It Network and connecting remarkable women to inspiring stories. So please keep us posted as it relates to the things in which you are up to, the things in which you are working on, and how we can be more involved and support you along the way. Again, we have our This Is It Network Women's Conference that's coming up on September 19th here at the Forum Event Center, thanks to our friends at Innovative Catering Concepts. You can find more information about them at ICCCatering.com. There are an array of different opportunities to host events, corporate gatherings, etc. And we are broadcasting here Monday through Friday. So you don't want to miss out. We can get you more information on Innovative Catering Concepts. Again, it's ICCCatering.com, as well as getting more information on our upcoming event. That can be found within the link in bio, as well as the link within the post. I want us to think about what we are going to do moving forward in order to help us build community. What we're going to be doing a little bit as it relates to helping you in figuring out the resources that you need in order to get closer to what it is that you want. So many of us think that it's more money that we need. And I'm not going to lie to you, money ain't going to hurt. And money definitely helps you get closer to where it is that you want to be. But ultimately, also, what has always helped us is building community. I want more people to know about what you have going on than not. And oftentimes you are keeping your ambition and your business a secret. You can have as much content as possible, and some of you are feeling this, talking into a void. I am going live, Sheldon. I'm posting and praying on every social media platform. But ultimately, if you don't have a community of people to follow, fan, and like you, it always seems to fall on deaf ears. So we wanted to make sure that there was a combination of not only content, but community, giving you an opportunity to invite people into your world, to build trust, to build your brand, to start communications and conversations with people who really want what it is that you are offering. And that for us is such an exciting opportunity, because not only are we creating quality content, but we are creating relationships that last. Friends that talk about each other in their absence, people who invite them to participate in literally in all of their events or other content. Collaboration is happening oftentimes when people feel quite alone. We're looking for experts, which is, I think, even a more important piece of what This Is It Network is. This Is It Network wants to celebrate expertise. We want to be able to make sure that people that literally have expertise but don't have a following can be found online. You often can't find what you can't see, right? You can't find what isn't shared. And so there's a lot of different amazing experts that are out there that have built amazing businesses, that have created amazing research, that have done wonderful work to make our lives better, to create an opportunity for people to really connect with each other both online and off. So if This Is It Network can provide those resources, if This Is It Network can allow for you to feel and connect with each other in a way that is productive, then we can begin to make that make sense. So This Is It Network is your global digital streaming platform connecting remarkable women to inspiring stories. We do that each and every day through our growing community, our engaging content, and the real connections in which we provide. We want all of you to get in touch with us as we build and continue to build this amazing platform. I want you to really be able to reach out to us on all of our social platforms and really begin to dive into what you can do if you had a digital network of your own. What are the resources that you would tap into? What are the people that we should be highlighting? What are the stories we should be telling? What are the experts we should be showcasing through this platform? This Is It Network is now available on iOS and Android. You can log on to us at thisisItTV.com. You can follow us everywhere at This Is It TV. You can check us out and even come visit us thanks to our friends at Innovative Catering Concepts here at the Forum Event Center in Blackwood, New Jersey. You can come down and sit beside me and we can talk about the amazing things that you're up to and all that you're looking to work on and to connect and build your business and brand. You can also be able to watch us on your smart TV, and that's Roku and Amazon and Fire TV. And that's giving you the ability to really, through Apple TV, log on and download our app. We're excited to be able to share all of this with you and really begin to create a community both online and offline, giving you an opportunity to visit us at our women's conference, again, September 19th. The ability for you to come down here to Southern New Jersey and hang out with us in a way that you can connect with women that you've seen online, but actually sit shoulder to shoulder as you build business and build network and really be able to connect with one another. So if you have an opportunity, please download the app today. You can find it on iOS and Android. You can watch all of our previous content as we prepare for our new shows. Our new shows will be launching this next month. It's going to be so super exciting for us to be able to do so. We're launching our new shows and then we'll be recording that. We'll be launching 26 new shows on this network. So again, you can download our app at iOS and Android. Please, please, please do so. You can check us out on Apple TV, Roku, Amazon, and Fire TV, or you could log on to thisisItTV.com for more information. We'll be having 26 new shows that will be part of our roster. We've already executed a number of that production, and we'll be excited to roll that out. Would love to hear from all of you as it relates to some exciting, or the things that you think are exciting, things that you think that we should be talking about on a regular basis. We're always up for suggestions, as well as collaborations with some really great talent. So if you have some individuals out there that have a story to tell, if you have a sense of expertise in which you would like to share with us, please let us know, not only in the comments below, but directly reach out to us via Instagram, LinkedIn, Facebook, YouTube, as well as our friends here at TikTok. So we are excited about some really fun things that we've got going on. The theme of today is for you to start where you are. Too many of us are throwing in the towel. Too many of us are giving up from where we stand. Too many of us are saying, you know what, I got to start all over. I got to do something different. Oftentimes we need to take the skills that we have from the failures that we've experienced and we need to utilize them to move us forward. Too many of us want to start over instead of starting where we are. And the ability to start from where you are, to take all of the things that you did wrong, to take all of the things that you did right and bring them into new opportunities, that's when the magic happens. If I started over, I would pretty much be nowhere. I always took whatever it is in whatever time, in whatever scenario, wherever it is that I am in this moment, I took it and I built from there. Yes, it was painful. Yes, it was hard. Yes, my goodness, I was taken from Peter to pay Paul. Peter's sick of me and Paul is not calling me back. It was about squeezing and letting, as my mother used to say, I stretch $1, right? And all of us feel really, really stretched in this entrepreneurial space. We feel really, really stretched in like getting ourselves to where it is we need to be and want to be. And I know what that's like. I know what that feels like. So for all of you, I want you to begin to think about how you can move forward from where you are, as opposed to focusing on what you do not have, or encouraging you or yourself to start completely over. There's an exhaustion in that. Restarting a journey is so much more tiresome than moving forward from where you are in the race. I'm not going to start the race all over again to check time. I'm going to be able to take the time from where it is that I am. And so as you are challenging yourself with new beginnings, as you are thinking about what to do moving forward, as you're questioning, oh my goodness, should I give up or should I move forward? The answer to me, and always to me, that I will suggest to you is keep going. Tie your shoe, stretch from where you are in the race in that moment. Take that moment to stretch it out. Take that moment to get a sip of water. Take that moment to sit down for a minute. But then I need you to start over from there. I need you to start from where you stand. I don't need you to throw everything away and pretend that all of the lessons in which you have learned in your life, in your business, in your brand, in your service, in your organization was for nothing. I need you to look at where you are today and know that this is the perfect catapult to where it is you need to go. Right? I want you to really, really think about it. Where am I in this moment? What tools and resources do I need in order to get closer to what it is that I want? Don't think about what you don't have, but what in fact you do need. What do you need in this moment? A lot of you can simply answer and be like, I need money, girl. Fair. I'm not mad at that. You do. You need money. We all need a little bit more of what it is that we already have. And I think that that is a fair assessment. But where are we going to get that from? This is the planning period. This isn't the throwaway period. This is the planning period. For the things in which did not work, what lessons can you take with you? For the things in which did not come together, what opportunities can you find? The goal is not to throw everything away and start over from zero. The goal is to start from wherever you are in the race. The majority of you have the resources, the pedigree, the knowledge, all of that information. You have it already. How dare you discredit that, or to think that just because you made one mistake, everything needs to be thrown away. Just because one thing didn't work out, everything was a waste of time. I know it feels like that often. It feels like that because we were getting ourselves closer to something. We were joining something. We were moving. We were getting ourselves closer to something. And because we didn't get there, everything was pointless, a waste of time, we like to say. We like to torture ourselves by saying what we are doing in this moment, how we are being active in this moment is for nothing. That is not true. And how we see ourselves in our moment, how we live in the valley, right? How we live for that short period of time in the valley affords for us to move and reach our goals at the top of the hill. That's what I believe. But if without people to motivate you, without people to share that with you, without people to share various options of the ways in which you need to look at your journey, you tend to believe the voices in between your ears that are saying that, why don't you just quit already? Why don't you just give up? It's too hard. The mountain is too high. Why don't you give up? Why don't I just sit in this valley for a little bit longer? Why don't I start getting mail down here? Why don't I start taking residency down in this valley of despair? And I said, no. The valleys are to be visited, not for residents. You're not supposed to get mail in the valley. You're supposed to visit it, regroup, and move forward. You're supposed to quench your thirst in the valley, rest your legs in the valley, find resources, feed yourself in the valley, and then you're ready for the journey up the hill. Does that make sense to everyone? Does that make sense to those that are listening across the world, those that are paying attention in your home as you're muddling over what you should do next? You're not getting the promotion. You're not getting the clients aren't necessarily coming in for the small business. What are you supposed to do? You're supposed to move forward from where you are. You're not supposed to devalue who you are or say this was a waste of time, or it was never going to work in the first place, or it's not going to work and I have to give up. This is a time for you to what I call look at tape, right? I was a former Division I athlete, and we'd lose a game on a Saturday. We'd have to watch the tape of the game on a Monday. We knew who missed the ball. We knew who didn't score, who lost an opportunity. We knew what positions needed to be traded out, or maybe who needed not to start at the next opportunity. But we didn't give up and we didn't quit. We looked at the team from where they were. We were able to establish what we needed to do by looking at where we were. And so many of us don't want to look at where we are. We'd rather assume that it's all bad, that it was never supposed to happen in the first place. But we have a really unique opportunity. We have a really unique opportunity to be able to connect. We have a really unique opportunity to be able to take our businesses, our organizations, our products, our services to the next level by starting from where we are. I know sometimes it's hard to look at. Sometimes it's easier, my gosh, could you imagine, to be like, damn, just throw it out. It was a waste of time. I'm just going to find something else to do. But there was a reason why you wanted to do that thing in the first place. There was a reason why you quit that job for 40 hours a week and now you work 80 hours on something that you're passionate about. There's a reason why you started that nonprofit. There's a reason why you started making bracelets in your basement. There's a reason why you started doing that thing. And oftentimes when we truly quit is when we don't give ourselves the opportunity to evaluate where we are, to look at what worked, to see, okay, I should have gone left when I went right. I should have been able to save my dollars when I spent it in this particular scenario. And those of us even that are more seasoned in the space that decided to start digital streaming platforms for women, I'm constantly in a space of discovery. I could be mad at myself that everything isn't going as fast as I'd like for it to be, or that we had technical difficulties, or I wasn't at the Cannes Film Festival, of the Cannes Advertising Festival in France. Or I could be like, what can I do with what I have in this moment to get me closer to where it is that I want to be? How can I set those festivals as opportunities or goals for myself in the future, even if it's taking me a little longer to get there? What I don't want to have happen for a lot of you is to see your valleys as your destination. I was never supposed to do this. It was never supposed to happen. It's never going to happen for me, as opposed to how far have I come and what more resources do I need to get myself to where it is that I want to go? What other sacrifices could there possibly be? What other relationships could I possibly have? What other stories could I possibly tell? Who else do I need to be able to connect with in that way? And that's what I want us to begin to think about in this moment. I want us to begin to think about how we can take what it is that we have and get ourselves closer to what it is that we want, or closer to what it is that we need. Is it somebody like myself and just connecting with another person who's willing to tell your story? If you you just started baking cookies, but you need somebody else that you can trust to be able to tell a story about your bakery. Maybe it's just simply asking your local newspaper, your food blogger, your local content creator that specializes in baking cookies or specializes in telling a story about entrepreneurs and their journey, and you saying, hey, would you mind? That's starting where you are. That's not throwing everything out. That's not saying because this week was bad, all weeks are awful. That's about looking at where you are in this moment and just saying, okay, that didn't necessarily work out as planned. That didn't necessarily result in what I had intended. Now what? Now what? And my answer to the now what is to start from where you are. Start from where you are and allow for that to be part of your journey moving forward. Allow for yourself to be in a situation where you can look at what it is that you've got going on, right? Look how far you've come and say, oh my goodness, I am not where I want to be, but I'm sure as hell not where I was. And allow that to be the momentum moving forward. Allow for that to be your momentum moving forward. And so often we forget that. We forget how far we've come. We're only talking about where we're not how far we've come. We're always so dwelling on the fact that we missed the benchmark, when in most cases we created the benchmark ourselves. In the entrepreneurial journey, in the journey of leadership, the majority of us are creating our own deadlines and mad when we miss them, as opposed to moving the carrot and giving ourselves grace. Give ourselves a moment to breathe. No, you didn't get to where it is that you want to be. No, you're not exactly where it is that you want to be. But my God, what you've chosen to do is difficult. We are outnumbered by people who choose to do nothing. We're in a small group of people who have ambition. And I know it doesn't feel like that because you feel like everybody's doing stuff and you feel like everybody's building stuff. They are not. There are a lot more people watching you than competing against you. So think about that as we begin to mold ourselves, as we begin to tap in, and that's what This Is It Network is. This isn't about telling you to put stuff down. This isn't about telling you to do less. This is about recognizing everything you are carrying as a remarkable woman. Everything you need as a remarkable woman, a remarkable person, a contributor to society, a citizen of the world, contributing, paying attention to what you are doing, and not telling you to put it down, but helping you carry it. That's what we do. We're not interested in you doing less. I'm not interested in you being small. I'm not interested in you dulling your shine. I'm telling you that the people that don't get it need to put sunglasses on and keep it moving. Because your shine is not going to be dulled. You're going to keep carrying a lot, but you're going to know that you're not doing it alone. You're not going to throw everything away because you had a bad day, or people who were waiting on the sidelines, waiting for you to fail, waiting to tell you I told you so, are going to make sure that you never take an attempt, never try it again. That is not what this is. We're going to look at tape. We're going to play the game on Saturday, lose the game, and then sit and look at tape so we can win the game next week. That's what we do here. That's what we do. We're not going to win all the time. That's an insane thing. That's an insane thing. Even the best athletes in the world lose. It's part of it. The best athletes in the world. I don't care if you love the Tom Brady's of the world, the Simone Biles of the world, the Venus and Serena Williams of the world. As they compete, Coco Gauff, they practice. They are the best at what they do, but they are constantly practicing. So the idea that all of us have to have it figured out, that all of us, if we don't have it figured out after we take one course, after we go to one event, after we present in front of one person, if we don't get to our finish line, our goal, meet our goals and objectives, that we should throw in the towel is absurd. We are outnumbered by people who aren't even trying. There is less people competing against us than we think. So our goal is to be able to figure out how we're going to get ourselves to where we need to be and how we start from where we are, as opposed to starting over. I want you to get directions from where you are. For those of you that are popping on new, for those of you that are just kind of logging in and paying attention to what we've got going on, the analogy that I'm using is that when you are lost, you don't go all the way home and start the journey again. On a way to a party or an event, you've gotten lost, you recalibrate the GPS from where you are. You don't start the journey all over. And so many of us are like, forget it, I'm gonna start over, forget it, I'm gonna do something else, as opposed to asking for directions from where you are. That's what This Is It Network is. Log on and get the answers that you need from where you are. As we tweak and begin to have more conversations about the content in which we are really diving into and what it is that we are up to, we are focused on making sure more content and more information is delivered to all of you in a way in which you can digest it, in a way in which you can appreciate it. We are going to be broadcasting live Monday through Friday. We have some technical difficulties. I don't think that even Instagram is working. So what we're going to do is we're going to wind ourselves down for today. We're going to really begin to regroup and then come back to you tomorrow. Fair Squad, come back to you tomorrow with another live stream. We're going to advertise and promote so all of you can tune in and see us tomorrow at 9 a.m. because our goal is to be able to provide more of this to all of you. You can please let us know if you want more information about This Is It Network, as we are a digital streaming platform for women. We connect remarkable women to inspiring stories. And we do that each and every day through our growing community, our engaging content, and the real connections in which we provide. I want to hear from all of you. Please follow us everywhere you find at This Is It TV. Log on to thisisItTV.com for more information. You can download us on iOS and Android, as well as see us on all of your smart devices at Apple TV, Roku, Fire TV, and Amazon. So everywhere in which you have a digital device, we exist, and we love for you to be part of our community. Please log on to thisisItTV.com for more information. You can follow, fan, and like us everywhere you find at This Is It TV. Again, we are excited to meet you both online and offline. You can see us as we get ready for our This Is It Network Live Women's Conference, which is on September 19th. You'll be able to join us from 9 to 5 speaking engagements, keynotes, and workshops. More information on that can be found within the link within the post. So please let us know as we wind down and prepare for another day tomorrow of live content. Thank you so much for swinging by and joining us. Again, my name is Sheldon Bartlett Rumer. I'm the CEO and executive producer of This Is It Network. We connect remarkable women to inspiring stories. We encourage all of you to no longer whisper your wishes, but to always scream your dream. I will see you tomorrow with another episode of Sheldon Live. See you soon. Take care. Oops.